Daddy, why are you doing that?
Sit down. Attention.
With anybody right now. Come on.
Matt.
Let's go. Look.
Matt.
Look, there you go. Poor buddy. You want treats, buddy? Does he take treats?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You're not that mad at me then. Max, you want no treats? You want to? Is he wearing a Z collar all the time too?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Come here. Because sometimes when it goes on and off, they get mad when it goes on, you know, and then, well, yeah.
Well, I just unloosen it so he can, bend down and eat his food.
Yeah, as long as it's not able to push on furniture, push against furniture or carpeting to rub on his face, or get his paw up there, because you want the e-collar to be a good distance past his face. So, yeah. All right, get Dr. McManus a few minutes, okay?
All right, thank you. Why are you gonna do this?
I'm going to just quickly chat with you guys about what's been going on, kind of what brought you in, and try to come up with a little bit of a plan from there, if that sounds fair, okay?
Sure.
All right, what's going on? What have you been doing? Has he been eating and drinking and kind of acting like himself otherwise?
Yeah.
Same activity level?
Yeah, that's the only other thing.
No vomiting or diarrhea or anything
No.
out of the ordinary?
No.
As far as his medical history goes, I know he had the cherry eye surgery kind of last week, but anything else out of the ordinary, odd trips to the vet, anything that you can think of?
No, he's
We got him to rescue what, February, January?
in January we got
Yeah,
him.
so, we don't know too much about
Right.
that.
Nothing before that, yeah. Diet-wise, what does he usually eat?
He's on diamond, salmon, and is it potatoes, I believe.
Okay. And as far as preventatives for flea and tick and heartworm, he's up to date on all that stuff?
Brevecto, and I forgot the name of the heartworm pill.
Vaccines are all good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is he on any medications for anything right now, other than the?
But I have a question. He's
Yeah.
on the Brevecto, but
Okay.
he has still been bit by mosquitoes or something. So we have another fur baby, and he doesn't get bit at all.
Oh.
So
Yeah,
I
I
don't
mean,
know if the
so
mosquito bite had anything to do with it.
the brevet. I mean, maybe if there's a little bit of discomfort back there, but probably not. The Brevectos, all the orals, unfortunately, are ones where they have to bite to kill, and so, there's no repellent activity there. Like some of the Seresto collars and topicals will have an actual repellent to them, but anything that's ingested, they unfortunately have to be bit by the flea or tick or mosquito for it to actually kill them.
Okay.
So, I mean, I guess it's theoretically possible that he could have gotten bit by an insect and it was discomfort in that area and he was trying to find a way to get to it. But it's hard to say. Is he on any medications other than these ones though?
No, we just give him OTC Zyrtec.
Okay. And there's a couple other dogs at home with him.
Just one other, his brother, sorry.
And they're doing fine.
Oh yeah, they're great.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean, as far as his physical exam goes for us here, vitals wise, temperature, heart rate, respiratory rate, all about where you'd expect to see him, kind of within that normal range. His heart and his lungs sound good to me. His belly is relatively soft. I went ahead and kind of pushed on his back, trying to see if there was any pain or discomfort through his back. I wasn't getting a whole heck of a lot of anything as far as him showing us any signs of discomfort. I did a quick digital rectal exam on him. His left anal gland was relatively full. I expressed it. It expressed real easy. So it's kind of one of those for me where with what you're showing, is it possible he's trying to maybe scoot a little bit or take care of some discomfort in his back legs? That's certainly a possibility. As far as what could be going on, the carprofen should help with that a little bit. But that would kind of be one of the first thoughts when we start to see that true full-blown circling to one side or kind of dragging the back legs. Certainly we start to get worried about potential neurologic damages and those types of things. usually they're progressive, not so much, you know, okay, they're here and then that they just resolve themselves.
So it's not intermittent?
Not usually, no.
Okay.
You know, and so that's where I start to move away from that potential neurologic and sort of phase back towards that potential pain and discomfort from a truly unknown cause. I can't necessarily speak with great detail to what that cause of that pain could be. You know, I basically let him kind of cruise around here for us, and he was seemingly able to walk pretty normally. You know, he wasn't one where, like, the other thing too is with those neurologic signs, if they're truly having circling behavior, they will not be able to go to the other side. So, you know, he's turning right for me, he's turning left, he's able to find the door just fine, he knew exactly how to get out. You know, and so it's kind of one of those where, from a diagnostic standpoint, you know, is there potential for a metabolic cause? Sure. Could we potentially look at doing blood work to make sure that there's nothing that seems super off? Yes. We don't usually do testing for, you know, flea and ticks and kind of tick-borne illnesses off the jump. It's certainly something we could potentially look at. You know, for us to send like tick titers and those types of things out, ends up being, I want to say, $400 or so for that PCR out, because they're looking for like anything that a tick can carry. So you send it to a reference lab and kind of go from there. You know, we could potentially look at doing x-rays of his back end to see if there's any signs of something that seems off. X-ray isn't great if it's a neurologic type situation, because we can't really see that spinal cord there. So, you know, we can look to see if there's any narrowing in disc space that may be suggestive of a little bit of kind of potential pain or discomfort or something that would be pinching the spinal cord. We may get an answer, we may not. It's one of those for me where the alternative would be to say, hey, you know, he's seeming like he's getting a little bit better. Do we try to continue to support him at home, maybe add on another pain medication that's more neuropathic in nature, kind of see how he does over the next several days, and if we're seeing recurrence of signs, then definitely, you know, we got to step into doing some of those diagnostics and potentially moving up into like MRI in that way if we continue to see those neurosigns, as opposed to kind of more so just doing.
Saturday,
Give me-
11.
okay. Give me just a second.
Sure.
But yeah, so it's kind of one of those where we can do those diagnostics. I'm happy to go ahead and say, hey, let's run x-rays, let's do some blood work and kind of see what we see. Or we more so just kind of do supportive care with some kind of pain medications and adding additional pain meds and seeing how he does.
What do you think?
I think either is fair right now. You know, and I know that's tough, but I think a lot of it's your peace of mind. You know, if it's one where you're like, hey, I need to see those x-rays and blood work to be confident that we're doing the right thing, then for sure. With where he's at and that he's moving around and seeming like he's doing okay today, I think I'm comfortable with either for sure. You know, so it does kind of end up being up to you guys. Just from a cost standpoint, for us to do blood work and x-rays on the urgent care service, we'd probably end up with the exam fee around $1,000 or so. So it definitely ends up fast, but it ends up like that being up to your comfort level and kind of what you guys are feeling. So if you need, I can give you a couple minutes and have one of the nurses check on you.
Okay.
Okay. I'll have one of the nurses pop in just to check and see if you want to do diagnostics or kind of start with some pain meds and go from there.
Okay.
Cool.
All right, thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Just give me just a few.
All right. What do you want to do, Max? What do you want to do? You're making Mommy and Daddy look bad. You're walking fine. You're walking fine, buddy. There you are.